High pressure is coming back, but it won't be quite as oppressive as it has been. We'll talk after this. It's been pleasant waking up to the 70s this morning. In fact, I think we might have even had some 60s in our area, upper 60s, just briefly this morning. It's been quite nice. And the good news is the cooler mornings should stick around at least for a while. But yes, the warmer temperatures will be back, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But how about this sunrise from Leah over in Puerto Rico right now? That's where she is vacationing. And just a gorgeous, gorgeous view. I put out the word for sunrise pictures this morning. This is the first one that popped up, and I thought, yeah, that's the winner. We could do for a beautiful view like that. We look at the temperatures across the area, and these are pretty nice too. 96, 97. Yes, I know they're still warm, but hey, that's better than 106 or 107. A good 10-degree drop from where we have been quite a bit of this summer, at least August and the latter half of July. But yeah, we'll go with it. And then overnight tonight, I think we're in the mid-70s. I think we could see some lower 70s. Sometimes these low temperatures are hard to call because you'll have areas, especially in valleys and downhill, where cooler air will kind of settle and pool. And you can probably get into the low 70s and early and upper 60s. And so, you know, mid 70s, I think, across the area. But some of you more fortunate folks might be a little bit cooler in the morning. Unfortunately, we do still have fire risk across our area, and this is today, and then this has not been working with me. That should be tomorrow. Yesterday's was messed up too. But this is tomorrow, so it shifts a little bit south tomorrow, but it's still kind of covering our area, and we're all still under these burn bans, and it's still very dry out there. So we got the cooler temperatures, now we just got to get some rain coming in. And we don't quite have that coming our way, but where there will be plenty of rain will be in Florida, where Hurricane Idalia is headed up towards. The thing is, starting to take more of kind of a right turn, and so could be headed more towards Tampa there. But man, you look at Hurricane Franklin, just a massive storm. The good news is, though, it's not really going to hit much. It's going to skirt over by Bermuda. Bermuda will get some pretty heavy rain and strong winds there. But that monster of a storm, I think it's Category 4 now, will not really do much damage. Now, Idalia is expected to become a major hurricane, Category 3, before it makes landfall. That's past my expectations. I didn't think that it really had enough time to increase in that intensity that quickly, but it's also hitting very favorable conditions there in the Gulf of Mexico. And I want to take another look at this storm. Just look at the convection right around the center, and if you look at those last few frames, especially on some of the other imagery, there is an eye developing right there, and it's starting to sink in. So we should see the eye and Category 2 status, I think, later today. So later today, maybe tonight, and then overnight into tomorrow morning, I believe, is when we're going to see Category 3. So this storm is very quickly intensifying. Really, all of Florida needs to be on alert at this point. But yeah, if you're really in between, I would say, Tampa and Jacksonville there, then yeah, you need to be paying very close attention to that storm. Here at home, we have just a couple of things to talk about. First is this little disturbance in the Panhandle. Unfortunately, it won't really bring us any rain. It might squeeze out a sprinkle or two somewhere, but mostly we're just going to see some higher clouds later today from that. And then high pressure is sitting right over Arizona right now. That will be making its way westward, so we will see that in our area later this week. That will keep the jet stream north of us and keep all of the cool weather on the north side of it, so we will be getting warmer as we go forward. And today we have 96, 97 the next couple of days. So really our kind of mid-ish 90s start to increase over the next couple of days. Friday we're flirting with 100. And then, yes, we're right back to the 100s for the weekend going into Monday and Labor Day, that is. And we do have the Twister screenings on Saturday. Hey, we'll be in the AC. We'll be cooling off and enjoying that. But as I said, you still have the 70s overnight, so we won't quite be getting as warm overnight. I think drier air will mostly prevail there. That northwesterly flow, at least for the next few days, will keep some of that moisture out. But we'll be watching this, and I expect at least some heat advisories here, but I just don't see us getting into that 105, 106, 107 range that we've had recently. So I think we've turned the page, but we always have to deal with, I always remember September being warmer than people want it to be. So that seems pretty normal. We'll have a few hundreds, and the long-term models unfortunately have us dry for a while, and mostly on the warmer side, but I'll be watching those longer-term models in case something develops that might just bring those cooler temperatures down. So stay tuned throughout the week. I'll be bringing more updates. We'll be posting updates on Idalia, even though it won't be affecting us as much, but we'll definitely be watching the long-term forecast to see when we will start cooling down, maybe get to the next stage. We've gotten down from the mid-100s. Now we got to wait until we can get out of the hundreds completely. So I'll be watching the horizon for that forecast.